Well, 1 month ago, we had our first race in the Herr's Elimination Series at Daytona, and what a wild one it was. And unfortunately, a wreck took out Michael Lewis and Owen Miles from championship contention. Josh Petty went to victory lane in his first career start, and here in his second career start, he is safe from elimination and looking to get another race win. We are here at the Texas Motor Speedway for the second race of the season here in the Herr's Elimination Series. This is the Fort Worth 65K. Some Monday night action here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Hello everybody, this is AG here and welcome to the Texas Motor Speedway here. We got ourselves some racing coming up from this track this week, and after all the short track racing that we've seen on the channel as of late, all the craziness that ensued in all those races, I think we're definitely glad to see an intermediate track back. And here in NR, this track is quite a fun one to race at, even though in real life it might not be the best track. But we're excited to see how this one plays out. We only got 27 laps here tonight for the Herr's Elimination Series, but because it is a shorter race, only one elimination tonight. So of the 17 drivers who are not safe from elimination and have not been eliminated, they're going to have to be careful not to be that last of the 17. But Josh Petty, who won our last race at Daytona about a month ago, does not have to worry about getting eliminated here tonight because he won the last race. We're alongside Nathan Stapleton for the call of this one. And Nathan, it was a shame what happened to Michael Lewis and Owen Miles in the Daytona race because they got knocked out because of an accident. We probably won't see an elimination from an accident here tonight, so what do you got to do to work your way through the field and get up there to avoid elimination here early on in the season?
Well, Daytona, that is just the way the cookie crumbles at Super Series, and it's bound to happen to probably have the two drivers get eliminated, either a big one, but like you said, here today at Texas, there's a lot less a chance of a crash here at Texas Motor Speedway, so the good thing for these drivers is that they will have a real chance to not get eliminated, and they will race it out here at Texas, and it's gonna be a good one. Like I said, I know this track is really good, so I'm looking forward to it, and have to see who is unfortunately the one that gets eliminated from championship contention here today.
Exactly. This is definitely a race you don't want to be eliminated because there is only one elimination. Of course, all the races that are 65 kilometers or shorter only have one elimination. Those that are 80 kilometers and longer have two eliminations. So the next two races only one elimination. When Caleb takes it over in May to do those two races, those will be two elimination races at Indianapolis and Charlotte. And when I take it back in July at Chicagoland, it's back to one, just to kind of give you an idea of what we got coming up here. But hey, we're excited for this one here from the Texas Motor Speedway. We got ourselves Josh Petty on the pole, safe from elimination there in the 33 machine. Second place finisher in that race was the 89 of Bryce Egan. Then we got the 75 of Andrew Williams to the inside of the 97 there of James Richardson. 69 machine Brady Mardi Gras to the inside of the 79. That car driven by Alexander Rowe. We got the 7 of Matthew Hubert and the 21 of Roberto Crown Jr. The 82 machine of Joey Brown to the inside of the 41 of Lauren Martinez. 53 of Matt Hunter to the inside of the 86 of Skylar Taylor. 37 machine there, Tyree Cartman to the inside of the 90 of Bradley Ream. We got ourselves the 28 machine there of Brian Webb to the inside of the 90. 98, I do believe. That's the 98, not the 97. The 97 starts further up. That's Amber Palmer there in the 98. Then you got the 17 there of Aaron Abel and the 21 of Roberto Crown Jr. there. That was actually, no, that's the 22 of Eric Monaco. I'm sorry. You know what? The thing about it being a month since the last time I did this race, or did the series, I should say, I don't remember who's in what car. You do have Owen Miles there, who is eliminated in the 57, and then the 8 machine of Michael Lewis, who is also eliminated. But they will be running in all the races and still have a chance at a race victory. And hey, it's good to get a race victory no matter where it is. All right, let's get these guys to roll off here from Texas. And Nathan, pretty interesting mix of drivers that we have in this series between the veterans and the rookies. Who do you think is getting it done here tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway?
Well, it's going to be the first real challenge between these rookies and veterans to the channel. A normal racetrack, to say the least, somewhat. I'm going to go with someone inside the top 10, and my money is going to be on my favorite driver in the World Cup Series. Give me Brady Mardi Gras to get the race win here tonight. So on the inside lane in 5th. I think that position will play into a little bit of a role. You definitely want to be up towards the front and have to wait and see what that Menela's Ford can do here at Texas Motor Speedway.
And Brady Margrot's had some pretty solid runs as of late over in the Wawa Cup Series, so definitely has the experience, but he's never won before on the channel. Quite a few of the drivers in the series have never gone to victory lane before on the channel, so a huge opportunity for him here tonight to possibly get their first career wins. Whereas these two guys right here, Andrew Williams and James Richardson, both have wins on the channel, and so does the 79 of Alexander Rowe, starting there in the top 6. Watch out for those guys as this race progresses. Of course, you'll see on the ticker which drivers are eliminated and which ones are safe from elimination, noted by an S and an E. Of course, Josh Petty is going to have an S next to his name. You'll see the E next to Michael Lewis and Owen Miles as that ticker moves up. But here we go. Let's see who gets eliminated here tonight. We're green flag at the Texas Motor Speedway in the Herr's Elimination Series. And lap 1 will be led by Josh Petty in the 33. Of course, doesn't really matter how many laps you lead. It all matters about the finish of these races. And at 33 trying to pull away and be safe from elimination for our next race at the Kansas Motor Speedway. We got the 89, though, Bryce Egan, who was second. Look at the gap he's putting there on second place right there. A very strong lap for Bryce Egan trying to close in on these guys. Also got that 75 machine there as well of Andrew Williams holding up these guys right now, or at least appears that they are holding up these guys at the moment. And how about this 89 machine trying to get this inside lane to work in turns 1 and 2? It's kind of tough to do so because of the low grip there we have in those corners.
Oh yeah, without doubt. 1 and 2 is a very multi-groove corner with 2 or 3 different lanes, but it's harder to make a pass in 1 and 2 than it is in 3 and 4. I thought the 75 was holding these guys up of Andrew Williams, but now he's starting to get some momentum built back into that 75 machine. And top 3 single file. Here comes, who's that? 82, Joey Brown. First time me really seeing these paint schemes. But Joey Brown to the inside of the number 7 of Matthew Hupert, and they are still side by side. And this is fantastic stuff here at Texas, and hopefully this is something that we see all week long.
Oh, and hopefully that's something we don't see. And a massive wreck there through the tri-oval. Oh my goodness. That's the 22 machine of Eric Monaco got sent all around there. The 17 of Aaron Abel driving away here. That's Michael Lewis involved, and I think that might be your elimination. Skylar Taylor in the 86 caught up in this one, and they appear to be the last one in line. The 22 driving away there of Eric Monaco, and you can be thankful this is a 1 elimination race. My goodness. Another massive wreck here in the Herr's Elimination Series, and one we did not expect at all, but I think someone got turned in the tri-oval and they came back up, and that's one of the worst places for something like that to happen. Warren Martinez might have gotten a piece of it in the 41 machine, but considering that 86 is where they are right now, that's going to be the driver who gets eliminated here today, Skylar Taylor in the 86. They'll be done after that one. That 22 was able to get back around and get ahead, so Monaco will be safe, but barely after that one.
Tell you what, at Daytona we saw some enormous crashes, to say the least, and everything's bigger at Texas, and unfortunately, it's not as big as what we saw at Daytona, but it's still a bigger than normal crash, and unfortunately, I had to say something, and we had to say something. Hopefully they would race it out for that final spot, and who would get eliminated. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case here once again.
That's a shame. 57 also down, that's Owen Miles. Of course, Michael Lewis and Owen Miles are already both eliminated, so doesn't really matter for those guys. 22's out of the race, 18th. Now, the 86 is still not done, so if Skylar can get back out there, then Eric Monaco will end up getting eliminated. So that's going to be interesting to see if they are able to repair any damage, because considering the fact that she's still on the pit lane right here, there might still be a chance. We'll have to monitor that. We'll let you know how it all ends up shaking out. Let's go ahead and review the accident that brought out the first caution of the night here in the Fort Worth 65K from Texas. A wild one there through the tri-oval. Well, 3 wide off the exit of turn number 4, and this will probably not be the last time we see that this weekend. And the 22 of Eric Monaco just shoots up a little bit in the air enable, and that's just the wrong place for that. And Monaco just continues the sweep right there and got that 17 out of line. Monaco, I think, he got clipped. He got clipped trying to come back on the track. Oh boy, and right in the Skylar Taylor, Michael Lewis, Lauren Martinez almost flipped upside down. I don't think he made a full rotation over. He did not, but wow, I mean, that's such a tough break for Skylar Taylor. Just an innocent victim of that one, not the cause of the accident, but they were not able to get back around and will officially finish in the 20th position here tonight. And they will be eliminated from championship contention here in race number 2. Matthew Hubert was already eliminated. It's 2 wrecks in a row for him in this series, or should I say Michael Lewis, not Matthew Hubert. They're right on my list. They're right there, 1-2 on each other, and I still don't have the roster down yet. Eric Monaco all torn up, though. He was the cause of the accident, and then the 17 of Aaron Abel was able to drive away from it and avoid elimination there. But wild wreck here at the Texas Motor Speedway.
Here we go, the trouble spot off turn number 4. Monaco turns Abel, and Monaco was going fine until he got clipped, and he's going to take a wild ride. Oh my goodness, that was way more violent, full of speed. Looked like he was riding a bull here in Texas, and you know, they do that a lot, but I don't think you want to do that on the racetrack. Tough break for everyone involved, and unfortunately that's going to take out Skylar Taylor early here in this one, in the race and the championship.
Yeah, tough break for him, but it's just the nature of this series, and they'll come back and go for some race wins. You know, when you got nothing to lose, you drive a little more aggressively, and you know, we'll have to see how our elimination drivers end up doing in these next few races. Let's go ahead and see what happens in this race, though. Josh Petty has led every lap so far. Let's see what he does on the restart here in the Fort Worth 65K. We are back here at the Texas Motor Speedway after a wild wreck. Going to take out 3 drivers, and officially, as you can see right there, Skylar Taylor is eliminated from championship contention after this one. And not much to their doing either, as you saw right there. Or maybe it was. At the time of us recording this, we didn't see the accident, of course, but you guys have seen what transpired. And Skylar Taylor will be the one eliminated. But Eric Monaco will still be safe from elimination. This being a 1 elimination race, considering the length of it. So now the battle is on for safety from elimination next week, or should I say next time out at Kansas. That'll be, I believe, April 29th when we head to the Kansas Speedway. So 3 weeks from tonight. Josh Petty's your race leader. He's led every lap so far. Bryce Egan, Andrew Williams, Matthew Hubert, and Brady Mardi Gras. That's the top 5. Let's see who gets it done for this safety spot in our next race. Bryce Egan with a great restart right there. He's going to dive to the inside in turn 1.
One thing I would like to mention that 89 of Bryce Egan, right when that caution happened, was going for the race lead on that 33 of Josh Petty, and now, depending on what happens here in 24, you might be able to get in. Easily going to get in. Hey, here comes Brady Mardi Gras. The big great restart in that Minot's Ford. And now our lives are a little bit easier. We don't have to worry about the elimination spot and the safety spot, aka the win. We only have to worry about the win, and we're in for a doozy for the next 17 laps here at Texas.
How about Matthew Hubert on the outside lane getting that momentum right there? That was a very good run for him. See if he can hold it through 3 and 4. Of course, 3 and 4 a little bit higher banked, and trying to get this advantage on the 69 machine. He might be able to clear him here going into turn number 1. We'll have to see if that's the case. And this is a preview of what we're going to see on Wednesday night in the Sprint Series. That race will be a lot of fun, and of course on Saturday in the Wawa Cup Series. unable to get that outside lane to work that time around, and Brady Mardi Gras had a great run there to the inside of Josh Petty for second. Bryce Egan and Brady Mardi Gras, both full-time in the Cup Series, both looking for their first career wins on the channel here tonight, and they may be the two that go after it. How about Matt Hunter in the 53? Inside there, Brian Webb. 53 also looking really quick right now.
The unique thing about this series is that we have drivers in the World Cup Series, like the top two, that one are trying to get the first career win, but two also trying to get some experience potentially to go after a, who knows, a World Cup Series victory this weekend. And then you also have some newcomers who are new to channel and just want to grab a race victory. And speaking of which, here comes the 28 Brian Webb, and if this is what we see all week long, then we are in for a treat. Fantastic racing so far, and we are only halfway through here in this one, and have to see if this 28 can get this inside to work.
We'll have to see. It's interesting, you know, we gotta have a multi-groove racetrack like you alluded to earlier on, Nathan, and it just depends on your entry and the way you can get through the corner. And, you know, we get some good side-by-side racing here. And the Cup Series race is going to be very interesting. Of course, the Cup Series race this year a little bit shorter than it was last year. Only 67 laps this season compared to the 84 we had in this race last year. So those guys are going to have to get up to the front a little bit quicker. These guys have very little time. Only 27 laps here today. And these guys know that this race is past halfway. They're definitely going for it here. Bryce Egan leading this field in the 89. Then it's Brady Mardi Gras. Brian Webb trying to get around Josh Petty. He's got third right there on the 33. Here comes Matt Hunter. Here comes Matthew Hubert as well. And here comes Brady Mardi Gras to the inside for the race lead on lap 16. And it looks like he's going to try to take it away. Egan trying to hold the outside. He's got a nose on the outside lane of the 69, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the lead. Here comes Brian Webb in the 28, looking to strike for second.
Oh boy. And this is what I love about this racetrack, and I wish they didn't mess it up in real life, because we easily have a multi-groove racetrack. That 89 got a really bad 3 and 4. He's going to lose 1, 2, maybe 3 spots. 28, Brian Webb in second. Oh, never mind. Bryce against trying to whip the top side. Might have thought that they was going to lose him a lot of positions, trying to make a comeback on that outside lane. What a racetrack we have at the moment for these Elimination Series drivers, but we have 10 laps to go at the line. This race is really, really short, and we have a battle in the Lone Star State between Brian Webb and Brady Mardi Gras.
And Brian Webb looking to get, I believe, his second career win on the channel. Of course, he won Truck Series race at Rockingham last year, and he's been having a great season in the Wall Wall Cup Series as well. Both of these drivers are currently top 10 in the points in the Wall Wall Cup Series after Martinsville, so you know these two guys are very good drivers, so no surprise to see him run well. And this is also a guy who's had a pretty solid season in the Wall Wall Cup Series 2, that being Matthew Hubert, who might have a shot at this one. But Brian Webb going to the inside for the race lead now. Under 10 laps to go, 9 to go to be exact here. And how about this 28 of Brian Webb coming through the field very quick here in this one.
What a send on the bottom in 1 and 2, easily going to take the race lead. And you know, these guys, they want a race win, but they also want to be safe on the elimination next time out. I believe Kansas, he says. So it's going to be interesting of who can not only get the win, but not have to worry about next time out. And if they crash out, they are perfectly fine. And you know, it's not been a good year for NS Racing on the channel, because even the two quote-unquote NS Racing cars are not doing that well, the 97, 98.
Well, the good news for James Richardson and Amber Palmer, we already have our elimination set for this race, so it's not going to be the worst thing for them. But that means they will start deeper in the field for Kansas. Here comes Matthew Hubert for second on Brian Webb. And don't count out Matt Hunter in the 53 machine. You know, Matt Hunter is another one of those first-timers, only his second career start for him. He's trying to work his way through the field and have an opportunity at getting this race victory. It's going to be close in this race, I feel like. We're going to have a close finish here tonight. But Brian Webb, maybe one of the better drivers in this field. You got Alexander Rowe as well and an Andrew Williams, but Brian Webb's got a lot of experience, a lot of success in the Wall Wall Cup Series in terms of consistency, and he does have a win under his belt in a top-tier series, so Brian's been around a long time. I know he'd love to get this one here tonight, but Matthew Hubert might have a shot at this one if he can get around Mardi Gras here. Going to be 5 laps to go next time by here at Texas. For Brian Webb, they're still side by side for second. between the 69 and the 7. And Mardi Gras going to get the outselling the work to his advantage. You know, the tire wear starting to come into effect here. Later on in this run that we go, the tires wear out a little bit, and they don't have as much grip, and you need some grip around here, because get that flatter 1 and 2. If you have better tires, you're going to have to go through that corner a lot better than you do on worn tires. How about Bryce Egan trying to get around Matt Hunter right here? Josh Petty there in 6th. Tyree Cartman, Bradley Ream, Joey Brown there. Then you got the 79 of Alexander Rowe, Roberto Crown Jr., James Richardson. Not a good day for Andrew Williams in the 75, Amber Palmer there. And then these two guys were involved in the accident, the 57 of Owen Miles and the 17 of Aaron Abel. Lauren Martinez also off the pace as well. And our race leaders might get into Lauren Martinez. They're going to right here. And Brian Webb has to be careful getting around this 41, not to slow himself up. Oh boy, that's going to bring Mardi Gras right in a little bit. That could have been a little bit worse, but that 69 gained a lot of momentum, and the race is on. 3 to go here at Texas.
I will say something that a couple of laps ago, the 7 and the 69 were bound for that second place spot for multiple laps in a row, but that 69 on Mardi Gras just kept on whipping that top side, and he's going to carry that momentum to the race to lead. Mardi Gras,
wow.
The Menards Yellow, to the lead with 2 laps go at the line.
And that was made to look very easy, but it's not over yet. Here comes Matthew Hubert now to the inside of the 28 machine, and Brian Webb's not going to be too happy with Martinez, because I feel like he had this race on lock right there, and then got held up at the wrong time. It's going to be the white flag next time by. Brian Webb trying to get the outside lane to his advantage here. Maybe try to rip that outside lane and get some momentum on this final lap. But Matthew Hubert also wants a chance, but now that the tires are starting to wear out, that outside lane has some momentum. Oh, and both of these guys are going to close in on Mardi Gras. Here we go, white flag in the air at Texas in the Fort Worth 65K, and all 3 of these guys are right under a blanket here. And there he goes, Hubert to the inside for the race lead on lap 27 of 27, and I think they're going to remain side by side this entire lap. Mardi Gras trying to hold the outside on Hubert. Hubert's going to try to dive it into the corner, but Mardi Gras going to have the outside lane here, then the arc, but he's not going to get it, and Hubert powers it down. And this is going to be the first career win for Matthew Hubert on the channel. Hubert gets it done in the Fort Worth 65K. Mardi Gras will finish 2nd, and then Brian Webb will finish 3rd with Bryce Egan and Josh Petty the top 5. Matthew Hubert will be safe from elimination next time out at Kansas.
How about that? Hubert and Mardi Gras were side by side for, I believe, 3 laps. That was the 3rd lap. And the 3rd time was the charm for Hubert getting past Mardi Gras. And to make it a little bit sweeter, it was for the race win, not for 2nd. What a race. Also close for Mardi Gras. I almost picked the race winner, but still a great one in 2nd. And how about that number 7 machine, Matthew Hubert has been doing a solid job in the JBL Cup season, not on the finishes that he probably deserved, but he could say finish that he's deserved here on the channel. A race victory for the first time on the channel, and safe from elimination at timeout.
Good run there.
Double win.
Good run there for Matthew Hubert. And I think you only led the 1 lap too, so you know that's just the best way of doing it. Brady Mardi Gras will finish 2nd. Brian Webb, Bryce Egan, Josh Petty will lose his safety in the next race, but Matthew Hubert will gain it after winning this race, and unfortunately Skylar Taylor will be eliminated from championship contention after they got involved in that accident there. The finishing result to see right there, that will be the starting lineup for our next race at Kansas on April 29th in Kansas City 65K. It's another high-speed 1.5 miles with a lot of grip. How do you think that'll play out once we get there to Kansas in about 3 weeks?
Oh boy, Kansas is kind of similar to Texas, but it's a high-speed 1.5 miles, so very much looking forward to what happens there, and have to see if we get another big clash. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we can finally have a caution for race here and actually battle out for the last elimination spot. But a fantastic race here at Texas, and this is the first one of the week. And if we see more of that in the Sprint Series and the Cup Series, this is going to be a absolutely banger week here at Texas Motor Speedway.
I've been low-key looking forward to these races, especially considering the kind of wackiness we've had in the short track races of the Wawa Cup Series and even the Sprint Series as of late. it's good to see just a normal mile and a half coming up here on the schedule for these guys. And hey, we got a lot of speedways coming up on the schedule for these guys. We're not going to see another short track in the Walla Walla Cup Series until North Wilkesboro in mid-May. So we're going to have a lot of speedways until then. So it's going to definitely get interesting over there. But hey, Matthew Huber made it interesting here tonight in the Herr's Elimination Series. Ahead of Brady Mundergraw, Brian Webb, Bryce Egan, and Josh Petty. He'll be safe from elimination in our next race 3 weeks from now from Kansas. Thank you guys so much for watching. Huge congratulations to Matthew Huber for getting the job done, and a huge thank you to Nathan Stapleton for joining me for the call here tonight. We will see you guys on Wednesday for the Sprint Series race here, and then Saturday for the Cup Series. That's all I got for now. Congratulations to Matthew Huber once again, and I will see you guys later.